and then we met, we discussed, and we all agreed to work together. And so everybody is working as a united party and for the good people.
Sounds very interesting. From what you've said, clearly the governor had an important role in this, or was it something that the national leadership of the APC thought they need to come in and mediate?
Mediate where?
In the situation and trying to get all parties together in Bayelsa, was it something that the national leadership chose?
I can tell you that there was no such mediation by the national in Bayelsa State. You know, the governor took the bull by the horn and discussed with all the various factions, and we all agreed to work together. So there was no need for the national to come to intervene, and so we commend His Excellency the Governor Idris for that leadership demonstration of dynamic leadership, and then his peaceful disposition too. You know, when he came, he did not insist that, unlike other persons, he did not insist that, this current executive, the structures in the state must be dissolved before I come in or before we can make progress. No, he did not. He inherited us where executives before he became a governor, and then when he came in, he inherited us and agreed to work with us. And we too, in that same light, we had agreed to follow him as our leader and be loyal and support him in whatever he's doing.
The word loyalty there, very important. Many say in politics, 99.9% loyalty is not loyalty. It has to be 100%. And I heard you there saying, unlike some people, the governor of Bayelsa State took a very different approach. Are you referring to any particular individuals that joined the APC in particular that perhaps figured?
Well, I don't want to go into that, but you are aware that in some states, when the governors joined, the existing ESCOs were dissolved.
What
I don't want to be particular, but there are circumstances where the existing structures were dissolved. But unlike that, in Bayelsa State, we were not dissolved. You know, the tenure of all the ESCOs in the country, APC state ESCOs, ward government state, and zonal ESCOs had expired. And so, in the next meeting, National Executive Committee meeting, it was agreed that we should be converted to caretaker committees and that our tenure be extended for 4 months. And so that's what we are doing. And so the governor accepted that and called the meeting and said, look, this is the situation, this is the decision of NEC, everybody must abide by it, and we should all work together. So that is why you see that there is no issue, there was no need for the national to come and intervene or mediate to bring peace in Bayelsa State. The governor took that responsibility, mediated, and then brought peace to Bayelsa State.
So what is the situation with Rivers? Because, I mean, you've said something. In Rivers, the structure was not dissolved. Everybody was still as they are. But unfortunately, we still cannot say that, okay, everything is well within the APC in Rivers State. What do you think Rivers State can copy from Bayelsa State to resolve its own issues? Or are the issues in Rivers State quite peculiar or out of the hands of or outside the space of the APC?
No, there is no peculiarity. It's the same. You know, wherever it is, even if there are 3 former governors, even if there are 4 former governors, once a sitting governor comes in the APC, becomes a leader of the party. That is our norm, that is our convention. And so in Rivers State now, the governor of Rivers State, Sim Kumara, is the leader of the party in the state. There is no doubt about that. There is no contest about that. But I know that, you can't also wish away the fact that the former governor and the current minister of FCT, although he's not in the APC, contributed immensely to the victory of the APC in 2023. You can't take away that. And so, and that is why you can see that this is the first time where an opposition figure is occupying such an important ministry in this government, the Minister of FCT. So that is to show the level of his contribution to our victory and how the APC appreciated that contribution. So that, because if the Rivers House is divided, our support base is divided, and then we will not be able to get the votes that we got in 2023. And so our interest and our objective to ensure that the House is not divided and that the House is united. And so I believe that the National Working Committee and the Presidency is working towards ensuring that there is a united front in Rivers State.
You mentioned the APC, I beg your pardon, the FCT minister, his efforts to, help the APC secure victory in the last election. And perhaps you are suggesting that his efforts is why does that mean that his efforts is why he has a say in the APC, or does that automatically give him some kind of position, unwritten position in the decision making of the APC?
Well, I can assure you that the FCT minister does not have any decision-making power in the APC. That I can assure you, because the structure of the APC is very clear. We have the National Caucus. The FCT minister is not a member of the National Caucus. We have the NEC. The FCT minister is not a member of our NEC, and so he is not part of the decision-making organ currently now, until it defects to the APC. For now, Sim is a member of the National Caucus. Sim is a member of the National Executive Committee, and he is the leader of APC in Bayelsa State. I mean, in Rivers State.
Okay.
But like I said, in politics, politics is about number. Politics is about victory. Politics is about winning elections. Political parties, the business of a political party is to win elections. In the business of a political party. So we have to do the calculations, we have to do the permutations. So we can't just say, take this side or take this side. When your two supporters, because the FCC minister has been a supporter of President Tinubu, and Sim too is a supporter of President Tinubu. And so when your two supporters are having disagreements and conflicts, the best option is to see how you can reconcile them and bring them together to work together.
But wouldn't this impeachment process against the governor, who is of your party, from lawmakers who are of your party, affect these numbers that you're talking about? Because whether we like it or not, if this impeachment process goes through, there are those that are supporters and followers of the governor who would automatically feel that they should no longer support the APC because the APC allowed this happen to who they like or who they support.
No, you see, that's what I'm telling you, that the presidency and the National Working Committee will do the right thing. It's politics. Politics, the assembly members are agreeing, and they feel that they've been annihilated, they've not been carried along in the governance of the state. And the governor too feels that, the House of Assembly members are making undue demands, and he doesn't have control over them. And so there is this conflict there. And I believe that the presidency and the National Working Committee will look at it and see how it can be amicably resolved. There is nothing that cannot be resolved in politics. There is nothing that cannot be resolved in politics. So, fine, there is an impeachment notice that has been served. They've made a resolution for the chief judge to constitute a panel. But I believe that it can also be stopped at any stage. The assembly members, you are aware that my friend and my classmate and friend, Honorable Stephanos Wanko, I heard him. That was the time I saw him on television making a plea that the House Assembly should look for an alternative means of dispute resolution. And I commend him for that. Although I saw another video where he decided to say, look, even as they took that route, that the governor is still firing at them, and so he was reconsidering his position. But I believe that alone is a sign that the matter can be resolved. I believe that when elders, I am also aware that the Niger Delta elders,
Pandev,
led by Ambassador Bolade Gale, had also set up a high-level panel to wade into the conflict. So I believe that this it will be resolved.
All right, Chief.
Because it will be in the interest of APC that the conflict between Minister Wike and Governor Fubara is resolved before the 2027.
All right, Chief. Thank you very much. Just hold on for us. We'll go on a quick commercial. We'll continue afterwards. Stay on the line. Thank you very much, Doc, for staying on the line for us. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
All right. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. We would open the phone lines and take a few of your contributions later on. But remember that we are live on Facebook. We're streaming live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So you can go online, watch, and listen at the same time. We're also live on YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. Or you download the Nigeria Info FM app from your Apple or from your iOS store or your Google Play Store. Download the app and listen online. Or you visit the website, any of these platforms, and you get access to us, unlimited access. Now, quickly, my guest is the CTC chairman of the APC in Bayelsa State, Dr. Dennis Otiotio. He's said quite a lot. If you missed the first half of the conversation, please go on Facebook or any of the other platforms I mentioned and listen and watch so you can catch up with us. Quickly, Doc, I just have one more question I'd want to ask you so you can get on with your day. I understand you're very busy. And that will be with Bayelsa State. At the moment, the governor, before he joined the APC, there were several criticisms about, oh, well, yes, he's working, he's doing a thing or two, but people felt like the pace of development needs to be sped up to some degree, especially in Yenagoa, the city capital. There was also the promise that we were supposed to have power supply running by the end of last year, amongst many other gigantic projects that the governor had embarked on. And people criticized him for saying, oh, he's not doing enough, including some members of the APC at the time. Now he is in your party. How is the development pace going, and how is the APC helping to ensure that these promises are made a reality before the end of his term?
Well, thank you very much, Ifiemi. I will say that, yes, even when, before he came into the APC, some of us have, at one point or the other, criticized the government. But I can say that having come into the government and I've been gotten some of the facts that hitherto were not available to us as opposition leaders, I can say that the governor is doing well. You see, like the issue of the light, the
turbines,
power supply that you talked about, the turbine that you talked about. You know that look, if you go to the site of the turbine, you see that work is going on 24 hours, day and night. And so but these parts are not manufactured in Nigeria; they are imported, and so. If in the process, if there is a delay, maybe a delay in the schedule or maybe the shipment, it will also consequently affect every other schedules. And so the turbine is on track. If you go to the site, I've been to the site 2 or 3 times, and work is going on 24 hours, day and night. And so you know that the governor meant it when he said, we are going to have interrupted power supply in Bayelsa State, an independent power plant owned solely by the state government. And then, apart from that, in the areas of sports development, you will see that we are building one of the largest stadiums in the country and with modern facilities.
That stadium is in Igbogene, isn't it?
Yes. The work is ongoing. You will see that if you go there, you will see anytime you go there, work is constantly going on there. And then the roads. Today, very soon, the governor promised that before his 6th year anniversary on the 14th of February, the Upruma Bridge will be commissioned, the road will drive to Upruma. And so when you look at the projects that are ongoing now today, contract has been awarded for a road to go to Agde, which is far away in the Atlantic Ocean. And so if you look at the infrastructure, in terms of infrastructure, you will see that the governor is doing very well. And the people of Bayelsa State are happy with what he is doing. And that's why they are giving him all their support, praying for him to ensure that he finishes well.
And then one more. I know I said this was going to be the last, but one more. In Rivers State, the APC has kickstarted its e-verification process exercise. to verify its members and get to know the number of people that are in the party. Are we expecting any of such to happen in Bayelsa State as well, or is this going to be just limited to Rivers State, and in Bayelsa perhaps you have another modus operandi?
The e-membership registration exercise is a national exercise. It's not limited to only Rivers State.
Okay.
In the 2023 general election, we boasted of having millions of members. And then at the end of the election, we saw that the results that APC got, the presidential votes that we got, was far, far, far less than the number of members that we claimed to have. And so the party decided that, look, we have to know our real members. That's why we're going into this biometric e-registration. And so it's not just a station where people just sit in the comfort of their rooms or in their parlor or in their offices to just generate names. The e-registration, you must have two documents. You must have your national identification number, and then you must have your voter's identification number. With these two documents, you can be registered as a member of.
How does this differ from being a member of the party when you register at your ward? Is it the same thing?
This is a revalidation and re-registration exercise. And so if you are registered as APC member in 2014, you are required to re-register now.
So everybody who just defected and joined the APC would have to come back again and do this e-verification. That would include the governors of the various states.
If you have registered in 2014, if you have registered in 2015, you have registered in 2019, you are required to do this registration. Because this is now a digital register that we are going to have. And so, electronic register. And so, as you register, anybody that registers wherever you are, like as I am now, anybody that registers in Bayelsa State, I see the person in my dashboard, in my portal. I see the person. And so, it's a register that is being generated state by state. And the way it is, we want to know our actual members. So somebody cannot even register in Rivers State and come to Bayelsa and register. No. Once you register in Rivers State, once you put your name into the database, you come to Bayelsa, you go to Delta, you go to another place to register. It will tell you that this name has been used previously. And so we want to know our actual members so that it will be good for planning. So that when we election planning and even development planning, we want to know our actual members. So that if we want to do welfare scheme for our members, we should want to know the actual members that we have.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Otiotio, for your time. We hope to hear from you in the nearest future, and we wish your party all the best.
Thank you very much for having me.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That's the caretaker chairman of the APC in Bayelsa State. And he said quite a lot, especially as it concerns resolving the issue in Rivers State and how far the party is doing its job in Bayelsa State. Now, the next question is up to you who's listening. Will a resolution of this political instability within, well, at the moment, the lawmakers, the governor, who are all members of the APC, would a resolution by the party on this matter bring about stability? If the party resolves this issue, will everybody still work together? Will it ensure stability and unity between the legislative and executive arms of government and every other person involved who are members of the APC? That's the big question. Let's go over to the phone lines now. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003 and 0817 923 0007. That's the question we need you to respond to. So please remember, when you call in, as much as possible, try to first respond to the question. If these issues are resolved by the APC and the members of the party in Rivers State, that includes the governor and lawmakers, if it is resolved, will it now ensure unity of purpose? Will it ensure members of the party working together with the governor for the advancement of the state and the well-being of the party? That is the question. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, or 0817-923-0007. By observations, Bayelsa State today is the most underdeveloped state in Nigeria despite its natural resources. It's a shame the person in government is making all the same old lame spare excuses for making Bayelsa State, to keep Bayelsa State in darkness. My job people who do us are dire. Well, if I might understand your plight with regards to the level of development in Bayelsa State, but please, Bayelsa State is not the most underdeveloped state in Nigeria. I would take an exception to that. I'm speaking as a Bayelsan in this one. It is not, except you haven't really traveled far and wide Nigeria. If you have, then you would not say Bayelsa State is the most underdeveloped state in Nigeria. That would be almost inaccurate, unless, as an exception, you have statistics, verifiable statistics to back that claim. Then we can have a conversation. But is there a lot more that needs to be done in Bayelsa State? Yes. JJ from Rumigbo, we'll start with you. Good morning.
Good morning. Andrew, I wish your guest is still on the line because I have some questions for him. First and foremost, it's about the FCT minister being a key contributor to the success of the president in 2023. Now, I want to ask if Dixon was also supporting the president, would there be crisis in Bayelsa like the way we have in Rivers here? I want to ask him too because
I think he answered that question in his comments. If you followed his speech clearly,
I followed him
because he clearly said that the FCT minister doesn't have any particular say in the APC with decision making or whatsoever. It doesn't have any of those right now. The only time he would have that would be if he defected to the APC, and he has not, so he doesn't. So the APC would handle his issues, and the APC is in charge of his issues totally. I think that answers what you're trying to say.
Correct in that, because it means he has contradicted himself, because he said any governor that defects to the APC becomes the leader of the party.
Exactly.
So where would that be? Where would there be any problem if the FCT minister defects to the APC? So there is a contradiction.
No. He didn't say that the FCT... Well, go ahead, JJ.
I want to also ask if it is true that the federal government are taking over the construction of the road from Nembe to Brass. Then I want to ask finally if light has come, because they promised December.
I think I asked him that question. He responded. However, let's also note he's not the spokesperson of the government, but the CTC chairman of the APC. So if we want to get these information, which are quite related to government projects and activities, well, maybe we can speak with the CPS and have him on the show to answer these questions. So you would understand that there are limits to what my guest would have been able to respond to as it concerns government projects. Letan Barry from Bori, good morning.
Good morning, Ifiemi Andrew.
Yeah,
Ifiemi, I just want to take us back to where this whole problem emanated from. And I wish to inform everybody that the problem between the FCT minister and the governor of Rivers State do not start in APC. I hope everyone understands that. And that for that reason, it has been a problem that has been between the FCT minister, the president, and the governor of Rivers.
All right, Letan Barry, before you go on, because we don't have a lot of time, the question I asked initially was, if the APC resolves the issue within its members, in this case, the lawmakers and the governor, will that ensure unity of purpose in Rivers State? That's the question I asked.
Yeah, definitely, if the leaders, if they themselves are taking that decision, agreeing between themselves, I think we, the followers, we don't have any option than to queue behind what they've decided. But I want to say that if this problem that has not been able to be resolved for about the third time now, it has not been able to be resolved. After then, they will settle and they will go back. I hope this settlement they are about to settle will not still result to the same thing.
All right, Letan Barry, thank you very much. Chima, quickly from Rumukutat, your response to the question.
Mr. Ifiemi, quickly. There is no problem politically or partly between the governor and the assembly members. So if there is something they are settling, it's not going to settle the problem at hand. The problem at hand is strictly constitutional issue, which is criminating. The governor is being accused of some criminality concerning the constitution. It's not a party something. If you want to go to your party and settle, which I've never heard any time, like that some member are saying that they are the 001 or 002 or they are not political. No. This thing has to do with Rivers State. Just like I have said before earlier, that if APC as a party do what they want to do, and they come back and say they are dragging that withdrawing the criminal charge against the governor, then we will not faith on them as people of Rivers State.
All right, Chima, thank you very much. Obed from Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew, I want to talk to APC chairman, particularly in Rivers State, because I have not seen APC chairman taking that bold step in bringing these two parties together. All I have seen him is moving behind FCC minister. Even when they were going around the 23 local government, he was there and he heard minister abusing governor, talking against governor who has defected to his party. So what is the take of the chairman of APC, Rivers State? Because he has not shown that leadership to bring the two parties together. He has taken side with minister. Is that what all loyalty is all about? Whereby your own party member, someone that is not in your party, is now the one, carrying propaganda against a party member. And you've not said anything all this while. So I am asking again, what is the take of the APC chairman in Rivers State?
All right, Obed, thank you very much. Mufasa from NTA Road, good morning.
Yeah, I want to quickly, in line with what the last caller was saying, because you asked a very salient question. We are talking about the APC as a political party. And from the position of your guest, he clearly stated that in their party, the governor is the leader of the party. That's how the structure is wired. Now, you cannot get unity when you don't have respect. And if there's no respect, there cannot be discipline. It is clear that the person who is the chairman of the APC, as stated by the National, is not giving the governor his due and proper. The governor is the leader of the party. And he's not getting the kind of respect and acknowledgement that is due him. So for me, I do not think the APC as a party is ready to even resolve this matter within their fold.
All right, Mufasa, thank you. Stanley from Elelewan, good morning.
Good morning. For those saying the governor is the leader of the party in the state,
Not
what is that is the New Hope, SMP, and the leader is Ifiemi Andrew. The president and the party, they believe in Ifiemi Andrew delivering the party country 27. Even as I speak to you now, by today I will be going to register as an APC member. So the structure of the party in the state is with the FCT minister. All
right, thank you very much. We'll see if we can squeeze in one more call. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Good morning, my brother Andrew.
Okay. Quickly, please.
Power.
Few seconds.
Andrew, from what you have just said, it shows that even Governor Sim will also register in this exercise. And to answer what JJ was trying to say, Andrew, you are aware that your guest says that in Bayelsa, when the governor came in, he tried to, negotiate and meet all parties concerned. And today there is peace in Bayelsa State. What the governor team did, he came in and tried to maneuver and tried to bring somebody
I think that's incorrect. I would have to interrupt you. The governor did not come to the APC and has not said any structure should be dissolved. He never did. He has not done as at now. Besides, remember my guest. Hold on. Let me correct you first. So you don't say what my guest did not say. My guest chose that way to have their own, and it still worked for them. It is not a must that everybody must apply what Bayelsa did. Unfortunately, we have to go. Thank you. Other states that my guest even pointed out of the APC used other methods they thought would work for them. Rivers State will definitely also find a method that will work for it. Good morning.